Still shining final predictions. Will Yuna and Taeseo fall in love with different people? Finally, here we are with still shining final predictions, as the highly anticipated end is arriving soon. With fans all over the world buzzing with emotions, theories, and their storylines, we bring forth our curated version of what might happen. Still Shining has its characters developing themselves in every episode. It almost makes it impossible for the viewers to predict what's the deal. With the finale right around the corner, and if you were wondering what's going to be the closure, we've got some news. Some predictions which are exciting. Post his death, Yuna struggled to navigate her life, given that Taeseo was also absent due to her breaking up with him. But we understood that she did try to reach out but didn't want to burden him. Eventually, when they meet as adults and resume their relationship, their responsibilities only worsen. With Yuna's guest house dream lingering around, and Taeseo's family burden drowning him, her choice has to be carefully made. Coming to Taeseo, he has always tried to be there for others, even if his world crumbles. And just like that, even after years of confusion, he still continued to love Yuna, and when they finally patched up, his life felt less heavy. Given he lost his parents at a young age and his younger brother is terminally injured, all he has now is his grandparents, who are growing meek. Now that his grandma is on her deathbed, he is caught between choosing his career and love in Seoul and his family in Yeonwoo. With Hwaseo losing his sense of life, and their grandpa on the verge of breaking down, Taeseo's only redemption is Yuna. But now that he had misunderstood Yuna and Songchan, he clearly didn't want to burden himself with any explanations, and so he decided to call it off. Fair on his side as well, right? Now comes the question. Will Taeseo choose Asol, who has always loved him, or will he pursue Yuna? Will Yuna explain and fight for Taeseo or get back with Songchan? The answer is, Taeseo and Yuna will end up together. Yes! Indeed. The next 2 episodes will include more of Asol and Taeseo trying a new relationship, while the latter would just be numb and not really into it. However, seeing them together, Yuna's soul will collapse. In the end, Taeseo will realize he has to run back to Yuna, and likewise the latter will run to him. It will be a happy ending, but emotional indeed. Taeseo's grandmother will die, and his option to live with Yeonwoo will be strengthened, whereas Yuna will proceed with her guest house in Dongyang, but make time for Taeseo. What happens to Asol and Songchan then? Speaking of Songchan, his chapter was closed long ago. Yuna never really loved him, but she decided to accept his confession, given that he had been beside her when her father died, and also took care of the legal issues. She loved him as she felt she owed him, but never really wanted to be with him. Whereas Asol was never a girl that Taeseo was even aware of, until he knew it was she who placed the name tags in his bag back in school. Though he might momentarily give a chance, he will eventually let her know he never saw her with such an idea. This is only our prediction, and it can change. But no matter how the story ends, we need to understand that the characters' tough choices had to be made due to their circumstances. The drama has touched many viewers who face similar life crises and mistakes, making this drama deeply personal.